you got there?
Scarlet Letter.
The Scarlet Letter, Nathaniel Hawthorne.
I'd rather read this one. Marley and Me.
Oh, I don't want to read either one of them.
I mean, what? Why do they show pictures of that?
Get out of here with that.
Marley and Me. House of Seven Gables.
Can you tell me what the Scarlet Letter is about?
Yeah, we talked about this before, didn't we? What did I tell? What's the book I hated?
I think that.
Yeah, I don't know, witch trials and stuff.
This is episode 13 of What Is Wrong With You, a review of things with the Allens. It's been a while.
Oh, man.
Yikes.
I mean, the end of the school year is brutal.
Sorry.
I had a few kids ask, where's the next episode?
I know. If I had $1 for every time someone's asked me where
She'd
the
have
next
$1.
episode, I would have at least $4. My mom texted me twice.
Don't count her, though, too. She just sits on her iPad all day, so it's okay.
She watches these.
I love you, Karen. Her name's Karen.
Sorry, Mom. He's the worst. We all know it.
I am her second favorite son-in-law. She only has 2, so it's okay.
He's second out of 2.
Second out of 2, pretty good.
Let's get to it. It's our last episode of the school year. We'll probably record a couple over the summer because we just love it so much and we'll actually have time.
Yeah, it's great.
We want to keep all our viewers hooked.
Madness.
All right, nonfiction or fiction to start today?
Don't care at all.
All right, I'm going to start with fiction.
What's that mean?
It's fake.
Oh, what doesn't have
Fiction
is it fake?
Fiction
Factual?
is
I
fake.
I hear factual information.
All right, today I've got
Fictual.
for you The Water Dancer, Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Sounds awful.
Ta-Nehisi.
Ta-Nehisi
Coates.
Coates. I don't know, somebody that likes living on the water. And dancer, they are like Patrick Swayze in Dirty Dancing. So they have their own dance studio that's on a river.
Dance studio on the river. You heard it here first. That is our next plot point for our novel that we'll write together.
Because I don't understand anything at all.
Okay, The Water Dancer.
Looks like he's drowning.
Ta-Nehisi Coates is also known...
Well, hold on. Oprah's book club pick.
Yeah.
Automatic, everybody. Come on
Oprah
now.
knows.
Okay, hit me
She
with
knows.
this. What's it about?
So I was super curious about Ta-Nehisi Coates. He also wrote Between the World and Me, and it's a nonfiction as a form of a letter for his son. So the connection is I was reading that, and then he came out with this book, and so I started reading this, and I was reading the nonfiction and the fiction by him at the same time. It was crazy.
Yeah, because everyone reads 9 books at
His
once.
style of writing was just so different between his fiction, and this is actually like a fantasy book, which means
So this has no truth.
it's like
to it.
magical realism.
Huh? What did you just say?
Okay, so
There's 400 pages, already too long.
It is the story of Hiram Walker, who was born a slave, and then as he grows, he realizes he's got this power, and he almost drowns, near-death experience in the water, and he thinks he's drowning, and then the next thing he knows, he's on the land, and he's fine. But he's in this totally different spot, away from where he was about to drown. So, somehow this power that he has got him from, in the water to safe on land, a faraway distance. And he made his way back to where he was enslaved. And it's the story of him growing, and they all kind of realize he's got this power, and he becomes kind of a go-between between the enslaved and the slave owners.
Okay, I feel like there's real historical context.
There are.
There. So
Did you see any names in there that you recognize?
I didn't read any of it, so how would I know?
Okay.
I saw Virginia, and I know the state of Virginia. It's about it.
That's right. There is a state of Virginia.
Yeah, history. I mean,
Not to be
geography.
confused with
What is it?
Meet Virginia.
Is it geography? Meet Virginia is a great song.
I don't like that
Meet
song.
Virginia, yeah. No?
The song makes me nuts.
Why?
I don't like the tune.
What? When she wants- No? Nobody's gonna pick me for karaoke.
It's so good. So yeah, it blends actual history with magical realism, and it's a really, really cool piece
Sounds
of writing.
amazing!
Yeah,
Great.
it's really cool.
Okay.
Let me check my sticky note, make sure I didn't forget anything.
Oh, she got a little cheat sheet over
Nope, I
here.
got it.
Okay, well, if you want to read about somebody that owns a dance studio on the river, Water dancer it is, everybody.
Water dancer.
Hold me closer, water dancer. No,
I knew you were gonna do that.
I had to do it.
Totally knew.
I'm in a
I
sing
can't
mode right
believe.
now.
I just can't believe it took until minute 6
Stop looking at that.
until you said that.
Squinting at it. Yeah. Okay, go. I never read it. I was supposed to.
You were supposed to read this.
Yeah, I don't have time to read.
Deep work.
I read sports
Cal
articles.
Newport.
It's supposed to be good. All I know is there's like an undercover story here. This is true. And he gets.
An undercover story.
Hold on. I don't know what it's really about. All I know is that he goes deep, okay, to figure out what's happening at this work site. It's pretty serious. There's some real shady business going on. This is a true story. He's an undercover agent. Deep work. Get it? No? Nobody?
Can I tell you how excited I am that so many of our students have read this book? I'm giving it that pitch because almost all of my student council students have read this book, and also so many of my AP Lang students have read it because it's nonfiction and it's so great.
So much books cost? $36.50 in Canada? I'd never pay that much money. Can you legally steal them? Because that's what I would do. Just like music back in the day, before Spotify existed.
So there's
This guy's like 23 in this picture. He doesn't know anything about anything.
I'm sorry, are you claiming that people who are
Yeah,
23
I
are
do.
old enough to know things?
I mean, here's the deal. I would have rather have thought he was an undercover agent looking at
That
some
is-
conspiracies in a construction business because he looks like he could do that.
I'm sorry to all of our viewers. That was such an ageist thing to say.
What? I'm
Like-
saying if at 23 for me, I would have never been able
Well,
to do
that's
that
true.
stuff.
You don't know things now.
I don't even know how to spell my name. I mean, it's
Okay.
pretty short. That's pretty good.
All right. Well, let me read you the subtitle.
Please don't.
Deep Work. Rules for Focused Success in a Distracted World.
Is it like taking my phone away? Cal Newport? By the way, I never did that
Have
challenge.
you noticed a trend in some of the nonfiction books that I hit you with?
You know, it's funny, but she does the same thing.
Yeah, but I'm better able to put it aside and have a conversation.
That is false. She's still using
I have
the
to
phone.
trap
before
him
I,
into
when,
having
when
a
I fall asleep,
conversation.
she's still using her phone, so don't let her fool you.
I'm reading on my phone. I read books on my phone.
Oh, I see. So
Okay.
the phone doesn't count for reading books.
It doesn't.
I read articles.
No, you're not even reading articles. You're reading like statistics.
Yeah, both.
No.
That is okay. Are you saying statistics is now we have a course in
If it's a
statistics
book,
here?
if it's a book of
So you're
statistics
saying that's
about
not
a topic,
okay?
oh, here we go.
Deep work, everybody.
Okay. I'm probably not going to do this justice, but I will say that Cal Newport's Deep Work is an incredible book about how you can retrain your brain to get so much more done in a short amount of time if you dedicate yourself to being focused.
I did that already. I don't need that book. Yes, I do. I'm like a machine. I could have written this book. What is it?
It's written.
I'm tired. Okay, Deep Work, Cal
It's so
Newport.
good. It's a really great book. If you struggle with being distracted, lots of people do. Struggle with being
I
distracted.
mean, I hear Cal Newport and I think of the OC because.
Me too!
I'm sorry. Please, now I'm deaf, everybody. Hello?
I don't know that anyone's gonna get that reference, but me too.
Because Newport is like roughly Orange County, I think
Newport
that's
Beach.
right where they are. And then Cal's the name of the grandpa. He's really important,
why
by the way.
do both of our brains work like that?
That's the first thing I think. So
Me
then I see
too.
Deep Work and I'm like, no, I see Cal Newport. That's more important.
Yeah. DOC Cal.
Good-looking guy.
Grandpa Cal.
Study hacks, decoding patterns of success. This guy is a nerd, the turtle.
Okay. It's so good. He talks about like how he gets to work like an hour earlier than everybody and locks his door and
Great.
has
Lucky
like
Cal.
that's his first like he gets so much done in that first hour of the day.
No,
more
that's
than he does
impossible
the-
here.
I know
So
I'd have to lock my door.
you have to
So
like
that-
pretend you're not in
I
here
have
for
to
people
pretend
not
I
to
was-
walk in constantly.
Anyway, Deep Work by Cal Newport. It's a book about how to retrain your brain to be super, super focused and be more productive.
Or it's a book about undercover agent getting into the business of some construction site. I think that's more important. Deep Work, Cal Newport, or watch the OC. I mean, one of those things is probably better than Deep Work by Cal
It's
Newport.
really good.
I believe it. I was supposed to read it. You know when I was supposed to read it? Like 3 years ago. So
Yeah, 3
I've been pretty busy for 3 years. So
Yeah. Brainwaves has an episode
With Cal?
Cal Newport.
Big Cal?
And they talk about this book and
Maybe Cal will listen to this
That's
and be real mad.
probably when you thought you were going to read it. It's 3 years ago.
Yeah, most likely.
All right, grab the other one. It's our final episode of the school year. Do you want to say anything?
It is? We can't make another one next week?
I don't think we're going to be able to get that in. We have 1 week of school left, and we have barely been able to get this one.
I think we can make it work. I say we put it on it
Don't
right
make
now.
promises you can't keep.
Well, I'll keep it. What do you think?
TBD.
I lied, I can't. Well, 2 great books. Guy that owns a dance studio on the water. Undercover agent going into construction business. I think I'm one of
Or-
those two.
The Water Dancer by Ta-Nehisi Coates. The story of Hiram Walker, an enslaved worker in the Deep South who has a special historical
I like my idea better.
magical realism power.
You keep saying magical realism. I don't even think that's a real thing. I think you just
It
made
is.
it up.
It's a real thing. I am shame on you for not knowing.
How dare you.
And Deep Work by Cal Newport to learn how to be more focused and dedicated to functioning properly.
No. Well, I guess we'll do some in the summer. We love everybody. Thanks for watching. And
Thanks for sticking with us, those of you who stick with us or are forced to stick with us.
please read.
Read something over the summer.
I promise myself I'm going to read 1 book over the summer.
Wow, honey. Wow. 1 book? 1 whole book or parts? Summaries?
I mean, do I have to choose my book?
Yeah,
Can it be like
read whatever you want.
Fancy Nancy? Amelia Bedelia? Because I'd read both of those.
Okay. I hope you read something over the summer. Maybe you go back and watch previous episodes of What Is Wrong With You. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and enjoy. All right. We love you all. Happy end of the school year. We'll see you next time.